A man Tang's wife is shown dead, as is the building owner, and a man Chin is shown badly injured. Chin imagines himself to be a movie star, but he never imagined his life would end like this. The narrative then shifts to a flashback. Chin is shown standing near an old building. Chin comes here to live in this building, leaving everything behind. He meets a youngster here. He lives in Chin's nearby flat, and Chin then comes into his flat. Its door was closed. A security guard arrives to open it. While opening his flat door, he invites Chin inside. He is discovered to be the building's only security guard. Coming inside the flat, the guard starts performing a ritual with a joss stick. He tells Chin, whenever we shift to a new place, the souls with these rituals stay silent. They don't tease the humans who will live there. After performing the ritual, the security guard leaves. Chin opens his bag when he leaves, and many movies' costumes are shown. Chin starts preparing for committing suicide. Before committing suicide, he starts listening to his son's recording. Chin's family is shown in his memories as ghosts. His family consists of a wife and a son. Later, many mysterious things are shown in Chin's eyes. Meanwhile, a ghost stands in front of him. It possesses Chin. It means it goes inside Chin's body. Due to it, Chin suffers from severe pain while hanging himself. Meanwhile, the owner of the building arrives. He saves Chin from committing suicide. The building's owner starts saying some spells, while making a cross of his fingers. Meanwhile, Chin attacks the building owner. Because he was possessed. Now there is a fight between them. A female ghost is shown in Chin, and the building owner takes out her from him. Hearing the noise, the people gathered there to see what has happened. Tang's wife is shown among them, and she is the one whose dead body was shown at the start. Chin takes out a black liquid from his mouth. Later, the building owner asks everyone to leave. Then a man Gao is shown. It was giving a creepy look, and Gao used to take ghost souls and see them. After some time, Chin hears a voice outside his flat. There was a lady outside and eating the left food outside the flat. Her name was Feng. Noticing Chin, she apologizes to him. As she sees inside Chin's flat, she notices two mysterious ghosts of girls. The room was also messy. Feng gets scared and runs from there. Later, an old couple is shown. Tang is the name of the elderly man, and Tang and his wife are in love. As per routine, Tang was going to throw the garbage out of the house. A ghost of a kid is seen while weeping. When Tang moves forward to see him, his foot slips. He falls down badly and gets injured because of it. The scene shifts to a dream of Tang's wife. Tang says to his wife, "Wait for me, I will be back soon." Tang is shown dead, and his dead body was in the worst condition. Tang's wife goes to meet Gao. Gao was an expert in black magic. Tang's wife talks something personal with Gao. On the way, Tang's wife meets the security guard. He asks about her and Tang. Then he leaves. The security guard finds a gold tooth of Tang from the stairs. The kid hides in the balcony while placing his drawing book on the chair in Chin's flat. The kid leaves when Chin arrives. Chin checks his drawing book. There were weird drawings on it, and later, Tang's wife is shown. She didn't bury Tang's dead body, she has stored his body in the mud. Gao's voice is heard in the background. He asks to pour the chicken's blood onto the dead body. Gao is shown in Tang's house. He was performing a ritual. He takes the water of Tang's face into a pot. He pours the blood of his finger on a creepy doll. Then he fixes a strange mask on Tang's face. After applying the mask, Gao warns Tang's wife, "Doesn't put off the mask without my permission." But Tang's wife needs her husband back soon. Gao says to Tang's wife that in 7 days your husband will be back. If this will not happen, we will perform a powerful ritual in the last. After leaving, Gao is shown in a mysterious state. Seems like he is suffering from an attack, and reaching him, he says spells on something mysterious. After doing this, Gao was recovered. He comes back in his normal state, and the ghost of the small boy is shown. Due to whom Tang fell from the stairs. He dies because of him. This kid was the reason for Tang's death. It is discovered the small boy is Feng's son, the lady who was sitting outside Chin's flat. Chin follows the lady Feng and her son. He meets the security guard, and the story of Chin's flat reveals here. Which ghosts are there, and why? Feng is shown living in the flat, where Chin is living right now. Feng's husband gives tuition to 2 twin sisters. One day Feng's husband misbehaved with one of the sisters. The other sister attacked him, in which Feng's husband and one of the sisters died. Seeing her sister dead, the other sister becomes depressed. That's why she also committed suicide while hanging herself. It means Feng saw the ghosts of 2 girls. Actually, these were the 2 girls. Hearing this story, Chin feels pity for Feng and her son. He decides to help Feng. Tang's wife is shown while talking to her husband. She asks her husband Tung to move back soon. Tung gives a creepy look here. Later, Chin and the building owner are shown. Chin asks for help from the building owner. So he will take the ghosts of the twin sisters out of his flat and give Feng and her son a house, but the building owner ignores this. Later, the family background of the owner is shown. His family was also a ghost and vampire hunter. An artifact is shown here and helps the building owner to hold ghosts and vampires. Chin returns to his flat. Gao starts performing rituals. While pouring blood on Chin, Chin is possessed by the twin sisters. They come into his body. They start fighting, but Gao tries to control it. The ghosts of the twin sisters were dominating him. The owner also arrives, and he takes the twin sisters out of Chin's body with Gao. They lock the ghosts of the sisters into a cupboard. When the situation gets normal, Gao says thanks to the building owner. The owner asks Gao, don't waste time. Send them to their place as soon as possible. Chin also becomes normal while controlling himself. He repairs his house and settled Feng and her son with him. Gradually, they become friends. Later, the building owner and the security guard are shown. The security guard reveals Feng has told me someone has ended Tung. The reason for his death is a ghost of a small kid. The building owner tries to make him understand there are no kids' ghosts. Tung will not die. The security guard shows him the broken gold tooth of Tung, which he got from the stairs. The building owner sends him for investigation at Gao's home. He was the one in the building who knows the black magic. After it, Tung's wife is shown. She was at Gao's home. Tung's wife tells Gao, Tung awakes at 11 o'clock every night, and I am worried about all this. I want to bring my husband back soon, but he is not returning. Gao asks her to stay calm and relax. So none will doubt us, but after some time, the security guard arrives there. He asks questions about the kid ghost from Gao. On it, Gao says I don't know anything about this. The security guard sees Tung's wife there. While coming inside, the security guard throws some candies there. If there will be a kid, he will surely come to pick candies. The security guard asks about Tung from his wife. Tung's wife says yes, he is fine. Meanwhile, the ghost of the kid picks a candy. The security guard knows this while listening to the voice and becomes furious at Gao. That you are creating a mess in the building while doing black magic. The security guard says, while showing him the gold tooth of Tung, where is Tung? Tung's wife attacks the security guard, ends him while crushing his head, while beating him several times. Building's owner calls Feng's son, who is going to play in Chin's flat. The owner also thinks to go with him. Tung's wife appears when they knock at the door. The owner asks about her, and Tung from her, then he leaves. Feng's son starts playing there. The kid wants to go to the washroom, so he asks Tung's wife to use the washroom. Tung's wife takes him to the washroom while holding him. The kid starts weeping while seeing Tung. Tung's wife's humanity was terminated after the security guard was terminated. That's why she sacrifices Feng's son. The building owner is shown, and his artifact gives him the sign of a vampire being released. Tung's wife is shown with Tung's mask because she has taken off Tung's mask. Even Gao has forbidden her from doing this. The building owner comes to Tung's flat and notices blood everywhere. Gao, while putting his hand on his face, asks him to stay quiet. Tung is shown while running outside from behind. Gao reveals everything here. It was discovered Gao was at the last stage of cancer. He wants the cigarette made of unborn kids' ash to feel better from this pain. Here, everything was revealed about Tung and the twin sisters. Gao wants to make Tung a powerful vampire and ghosts while using the twin sisters' souls in his body. After it, he will remove his cancer while performing rituals. If this will happen, he will become powerful and immortal. That he can't die. When Gao was taking Tung, he was alive at that time. The selfish Guo has ended Tung to save his life. Feng has seen him while doing this. He was afraid, if she will tell this to everyone, Gao will end her son. That's why she didn't tell Gao's reality to anyone. She hides this. She is told about the small boy's ghost to Chin. Because of the kid ghost, automatically, the Gao will be under suspicion. Gao also dies, and the building owner moves to the washroom. He finds Feng's son's hair and a lot of blood. Feng is shown while searching for her son. Mistakenly, she releases the ghost of twin sisters from the cupboard. The building owner tells Chin everything about Tung. He tells him Feng is also in danger. To save her, after searching for her, the ghost of Feng's son is shown coming to meet her. Seeing it, Feng becomes sad and broken. Feng becomes insanely being furious that she cuts her hands. So Tung will come to her after smelling her blood. After smelling the blood, when Tung comes in front of him, Feng tries to end him. Tung attacks her. He was dominant on Feng and beats her brutally. In the end, Tung ends Feng. After some time, Chin arrives and sets Chin on fire. After it, Tung was buried behind the things. The twin sister's ghost goes into Tung's body. Due to it, he becomes more powerful. He stabs a rod in Chin's body. Doing this, Tung escapes. While escaping, Chin arrives at the building owner. Chin says to the owner, "I want to meet and fight with Tung. I want to end him," and Chin insists on him to do this. The building owner agrees with him when he insists. The building owner writes some spells connected with rituals on Chin's body. After that, he tells Chin that he has the time until a cigarette burns out. You have to end Tung in this time. Meanwhile, Tung arrives. The building owner gives Chin the power to fight with Tung using his artifact. But Tung was dominant on Chin. Meanwhile, Chin becomes dominant on Chin. It doesn't work for more time. Tung again beats Chin. Due to the artifact, the arm of the owner gets separated from his body. Before the time ends, the owner throws the wooden sword at Chin. It was tied with red thread. The owner sees the light outside and jumps into the light while taking them with him. Tung dies after falling down due to the light. The twin sisters were also released while leaving his body. Tung's wife arrives and becomes sad seeing the condition of Tung. She kills herself by cutting her throat. After it, the starting scene of the movie is shown. It means when Chin was injured badly. In the next scene, Chin is shown entering the building like before. Chin sees everything that he saw when he comes first into the building. The people whom he met in this building. To hang himself, and the owner came to save him. Gao is shown alive, yet he has become a doctor, and it is discovered Chin dies after committing suicide. Gao is working on his post mortem to identify the dead body. Chin's son reach here. He has grown older. Because Chin was separated from his family many years ago. Everyone must be perplexed about what is going on in the movie up to this point. Let me tell you some important points of the movie here. The name of the movie is rigor mortis. It means the third stage of death. When the human continues to undergo changes after 2 hours of death. The eyesight also works for 2 hours. The story of the movie we saw was simply a story made up by Chin's mind. While merging the characters he met in the building, his mind created this story. Its example is whatever we think the whole day we see dreams related to this. The same happened with Chin in this movie. Because he has passed away in his case. His mind concocted the entire story. This is where the film ends.